All right, welcome back. This is round 19 for Germany. So my tank blunder pretty much put me behind the 8 ball in a terrible way, and now he's got Russia defended. I cannot win with my Japanese forces. Now on the flip side, even if he attacks with all his Russian forces, he can't beat these either. But a stalemate doesn't really do me any good. So I'm really not sure how to proceed other than I'm going to lose all these German forces. So we're going to use our planes to try to kill some stuff. And then we're basically going to try to separate these forces so that he has to split up his troops to try to attack and maybe hang on to Italy for a couple more turns until I can do something with Japan, which doesn't look like much. So I think this game is winding down. I just never forfeit. Otherwise, I probably should have conceded a couple turns ago. But since I don't, let's go ahead and try this. So for our combat move, we're going to take those 2 fighters there and 1 bomber there. We're going to take the other bomber and go there. And we'll take all 5 of these. There's nothing else really isolated that I can kill. Alright, so we'll do that. In the end, all the fighters will end up here in Persia. And if the UK wants to... Well, let's see. This can go 1, 2, 3. So these 5 fighters... 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so these 5 fighters can end up down in India. These 2 fighters have to end up in Persia. So he can attack with these 9 fighters, but if he does attack with these 9 fighters, that means, in fact, we could put everything here in Persia, because with these 3 guys to take, I don't know if he'd be willing to risk 9 fighters to kill the German fighters, but we'll see. Maybe he would. Not sure. Anyway, there's not really much else I can do with them. I don't want to take Caucasus with Germany because I can't collect any money. Oh, and one thing Manix did here, which I got to ask him later if this was by design or just because I totally abandoned Berlin, is he only moved in 1 guy here. Now, a couple of months ago playing this, I would have said, oh, that's great. I'll retake Germany this turn. Then it puts me back up to... another victory city, but it's kind of a sneaky way for the allied player here to get a couple extra bucks, because right now I'm not gaining any income. If I take Germany back this turn and then he takes it back with the United States or England, instead of having to conquer this one, this one, this one, and this one, he can get all that income by just retaking Germany again. So I'm not going to retake Germany at this point. In fact, I'm really just holding on for dear life and not very well. So we're just going to do the aerial attack and move some troops around and then see what we can do from there. Alright, so these got to go to Persia. These guys can go either back to India or they can go to Persia also. I'm going to move them back to India because I don't believe they're very safe. Alright, so here we're going to take 17 guys and move them there. We're going to move the anti-aircraft there. We're going to move 1 artillery there. We're going to take the other 14, move them to Southern Europe, take the... we're going to split our forces here. So he'll walk right into Bulgaria. Either one of these forces could take out all of my stuff here. It doesn't matter. So just getting him maybe to separate these, except these guys here will be 1 turn of not being touched. So they can hop back over to Italy and maybe make a nuisance of themselves in France. I don't know. If I play it out, all the different chess moves, I'm not going to win the game, but you never know. I mean, stranger things have happened. He could make a huge mistake. I'm not likely, but it could happen. So that's pretty much it. We can't mobilize anything because we didn't buy anything. So that is now the state of the board. And not a very good state for me. So that does it for Germany's pathetic round 19. Manix is up for UK round 19. I'll see you guys back for Japan 19.
Okay, we're back for UK 19. So the Germans have split their stack. They've gone to Ukraine and Southern Europe. So we're going to have to probably calculate what we need. The US is going to have to kill this because the UK is going to kill Ukraine. So I'm going to have to calculate what I need to kill this efficiently. Assuming there's no reinforcements, which there won't be. There's no reason to reinforce this. It's going to be dead anyway. So yeah, we'll do that in a second. But for now, I think I'm probably just going to... What I'm thinking is this stack here, I don't want to send any more ground troops to it because I'm worried the Japanese are going to come through here and cause some problems for us. Just try and push back to Berlin. They can't do that because there's just too much here, but it's going to be more awkward. So I'm thinking what I could do is just build like a crap ton of fighters, just like each round, three per round, and just fly into here so we get like an absolute mass of British fighters. It sounds like fun, so we're going to do that. I'm not sure that's the best move, but we're going to do it. So I'm not going to take Bulgaria with the Americans. We're going to leave that for the... sorry, I'm not going to take that with the UK. I'm going to leave it for the Americans because I want the Americans to have the biggest economy possible at this point. Yeah, currently 60, which is really nice, so we're going to get a few more bits here and there. So 65, 67, which would be pretty tasty as the UK. US, sorry. We do need to think about, with the US, we need to think about Africa as well. It's their job to reinforce that, so we have to do that soon, as in this round. So I think probably these 4 units will come down to Morocco maybe, drop them here, send them across, bring these guys up to Sudan, and just think about blocking this off with 1, 2, 3, 4. Bombers can range Egypt, which is nice, so we can get some people in range of this. We can start trading off, hopefully. So yeah, that's going to be a priority, and here as well. This is good. Anyway, combat moves. I've not worked out the odds for Russia, but to me it looks completely, yeah, it's completely safe. Completely safe. There's a, what have we got? 16, 18 fighters, and that's behind a wall of, you know, way over 100 infantry. So yeah, we're totally cool in Moscow. So I think we're probably trading here where we can. It's going to be Britain's job because we want to keep obviously one big stack, and that's going to be Russia. So we can keep their numbers growing and trade off with the Americans, at least in Russia. Trade off with the UK and the Americans. They've got the bigger air force as well, so it makes sense for them to trade. They can trade more efficiently and let the Russians grow in numbers. On this side, we're going to obviously try and trade it as well with the UK and have the Americans just continue to grow. We'll probably try and drop 10 infantry per turn in Berlin. Should be a good thing, I think. We'll do that. So for now, there's no danger of the Japanese, sorry, blitzing through here, so we can just take this as we want. I'm not going to risk any planes because there's 2 anti-air guns here, so that's just not worth it. And in fact, because we're just going to be doing this, let's just put the tanks down here. And we'll pull the rest of these troops down to Belarus, I think, in preparation. Actually, that's a bad move. The rest will go to West Russia. try and help dead zone it. Maybe we'll have something here, something here. Yeah, it's better. We'll do that. Combat moves for UK. I think that's probably it, to be honest. Can't go north of the sub, annoyingly. That would be nice to threaten these 4 subs, but we can't do that. Just have to retreat with the US fleet, I think, here. And that should be it, I think. Yep. So obviously you want, ideally, as many alive as possible here. So this is going to be part of the stack that holds off the Japanese forces, so... Okay, pretty good. It's not bad this time, so... So they will be dead this round. 2... Oof, bad hit that there, but that's fine. It happens. It's a bit more profit, move what we can here, and grab this as well. The last load of land units for the time being anyway, so... bombers is a question. Have they got any bombers at all? No, they don't. So, we'll move the main fleet... Where could they realistically range here? 1, 2, 3... To actually get into Sea Zone 5, they're going to have to be positioned in Evenki, which is not possible. That's the closest a bomber can be to actually be able to hit this safely. There's no landing spots anywhere, although there won't be soon. So it seems actually very secure to move these guys out. I'm just thinking I want to get some pressure on the Pacific now as well, while we try and grab these remaining VCs, so any extra help is going to be good. So we'll pull the UK fleet out as well. Yeah, that's good. So we've got a fair number trained on the Caucasus here. I think that's a pretty clear 1-2 punch. It's a shame we haven't got, like, you know, 10 or 20 US troops in there as well, but that's fine. So if he goes for it, if he's going to try and defend it effectively, he's going to have to take it with Japan, which is great because it denies 6 fighters. He'll fly in what he can from the Germans, but it's going to be, what, 95? Yeah, 100 or so units. So we'll get to go first with the Russians, which would be fine. Then we get to finish off with the UK. Yeah. So I don't think he can take this. I've not done the odds, but I don't think he can take this. The Russians admittedly would get absolutely crucified going first in this fight. They've not got many attackers. They've got 2 fighters in their 16 artillery, which is not bad, but again, not enough. That they'd get they would get destroyed. You'd have to hope that the heavy hitting UK, because we've got a lot of, you know, a lot of firepower here, would be able to finish the job. So I'll calculate that if it happens, but for now we'll leave it as it is, and just hope they don't stack this, because I want to try and keep them at bay. I mean, even if they do, it should be fine, because we can just move the Americans into this, to Ukraine, and yeah, should be fine. Anyway, that's my UK move. I think everything's in. Where's Mr. Sub? Okay. Let's do that. So round 19, 498, 311, which is looking very good. So yeah, it's just a question for me now to get some VCs, that's it. So we've got one here which is 8. And it's going to be a combination probably of, I would imagine, India and Hawaii probably for 9 and 10, or Hawaiian Philippines 9 and 10, but we'll see. We'll pull the entire fleet back now, so we are going to start getting spending on fleet, which is what we want to do, and then we can try and push back with the mainland forces, but we'll see. Anyway, back to Cobra.
All right, welcome back. This is round 19 for Japan. The state of the board is I'm pretty screwed. So UK moved into Ukraine, took that over. He's got too much manpower. But after 19 rounds, it'd be a shame to end this game without at least a couple of land battles. So I'm going to make 1 or 2 more pushes, and that'll be it for us. So as far as units go, I'm going to take Alaska again, which is neither here nor there, but I'm going to do it again anyway. So And then I'm going to try to position myself to take Africa. All right. And we're going to move some guys. We're going to have a force with which to try to combat the, not allow USA to just take a bunch of stuff for Russia. So, in order to do that, we're going to buy 3 more transports, 6 guys. All right, so that's going to be for our Alaska invasion for next turn. And you'll see why in a minute. And then after that, we're going to do... What can I buy? 4 more guys? All right, 4 more guys. That's what we're going to do. All right. All right, so for the combat move, we're going to take the Caucasus. Wait a minute. All right, we're going to take those. Actually, no. All right, we're going to move those troops into Transjordan. We're probably going to lose these fighters. But it is what it is. So, let me do this here. Let me take... I'm going to go here. Take the 2. Drop them there. And we're going to take these 8 guys. And we're going to drop them in Alaska. All right. So what else here? We're probably going to lose... Let's see here. Well, his bombers certainly, because he's got 4 of them. The bombers can take out the German air forces if they really want to. But I don't know if they're going to really want to. So that's all we're going to do as far as that goes. And we'll move the cruiser up here, and we'll move the battleship up here. All right. Alrighty, so that'll do it for the combat move there. All right, now we're gonna move. Oh. All right, so for the non-combat move, we are gonna take these guys and these guys and these planes. And we're going to go there. We're going to take these guys and move them up. We are going to take these guys and move them up there. We're going to take the destroyers up there. The subs up there. The aircraft carriers up there. And these planes up there. And these guys are going to move. We'll move them there. So it's all going to depend on what USA does next. They're probably going to... I mean, they'll probably take this. They could just bum rush everything in here with the 1-2 with USA. And although I don't think USA is going to attack this, nor Russia, but UK might. But the USA may attack the German air power here. So we'll see what happens. Anyway, we're on our last legs. We're going to do a couple more attempts to push in, and then that's going to be it for us. So, all right. So we're putting the 3 transports over here in 61. We'll put 3 guys there. And we'll put 3 guys in mainland Japan. And we will put 3 guys in India. And we'll put a guy in Kwangtung. Right? Right. All right. So the idea is next turn we're going to take the 6 guys here and the 7 guys here. We're going to drop 13 more guys into Alaska. So we'll have 25 guys here. And then we'll probably fly some of these planes out of there. We'll see. But it's pretty much coming to a head now. We move this stuff here because USA is gonna capture this for sure. Either lightly or heavy, we don't know yet. Well, we'll see. Like I said, we're on our last legs here. If we can keep the Caucasus for any length of time, we might be okay, but I don't think we can because of all this hardware, so we'll see. We are coming to the end. Manix is up for USA around 19, and then Russia around 20. And then I'll see you back for, well, I only have a handful of units left in, well, it depends. I may not have any units left, so I may not have a German turn 20. So we shall see. But I will see you then.
Okay, back for US 19. So Japan's done a mass assault in Alaska, but we were kind of half prepped for that with all the infantry knocking about. So I'm not too concerned about this move at this point. So we've got to respect it though. We've got to build some artillery, try and flush them out. But yeah, I don't think we should have too much of an issue really. We'll be able to stack Western Canada from. It won't be able to be taken. We can control Western United States too. So yeah, it should be fine. I'm also going to double stack Ukraine and Russia here. I had to do a bit of calculation because there is a big Japanese stack and protecting both of these. I had to make sure I was okay, but yeah, both of these are fine, and we can also pull back some artillery to deal with the final German stack as well in Southern Europe. So wherever they go, we'll be able to finish them off. So yeah, we're all prepped. So 20 infantry and 5 artillery. So a big buy with all our capturing Berlin money. Sorry. And we just did some complex repair too, which I think was my own repairs actually. That's something I do often actually. I forget to, if I'm going into a place, I sometimes should probably not bomb it a few rounds prior, just because I know the damage is going to have to be something I'm going to have to repair myself. Doesn't make any sense. We'll leave this for the Russians, I think. Kind of need to blitz a tank now, don't I? Yeah, we'll do that, I suppose. Makes no sense to take it with an infantry. It's one less defender. Anything we can? Oh, I guess we could do this. Is that worth it though? 1, 2. Okay. I guess we can kill them and take. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I'll take the bombers as casualties. I think. Assuming it's 2 hits. Let's grab this as well. I think that's probably everything for the Americans. Can't see anything else. Yeah, that's good. That's good. There's a bit of a force coming through Transjordan as well, so we're going to have to drop some guys off into Morocco, sorry, and try and cut this off as best we can. We've got a few guys down here, but these guys aren't going to be enough, so actually maybe 2 down here and 4 here, possibly. We'll see. Yeah, we've got to do this quickly before it starts to spiral. Right. I think we're all good. Let's go for it. Don't think taking out German fighters really makes sense, to be honest, but we'll be able to kill them in one round, pretty much guaranteed for that. The stack odds. Okay, everything. Actually, you know what? I didn't even calculate. I didn't even calculate these guys coming in, so we're going to have more than we need, to be fair, everywhere. So that's not too bad. So artillery go back here. The main forces go here with pretty much everything. Let's drop. Doesn't make sense to go to Sudan because he can kill me in one shot. So let's just wait on that for a second. Let's drop you guys here. Let's grab everything, drop you off into Morocco. The fleet's in full retreat mode. Well, not so much retreat as just repositioning to the Pacific. So we need 14, I calculated. 14 is comfortable in Western United States, so we're building 10 there, which I think we are, yeah. Probably a good thing actually. I should have checked the complex if it was not damaged because there was potential to do 1, 2. Yeah. Okay, so 9 come here. We're going to reinforce these guys. Looks good. You blitzed in and out. You guys come here. Yeah, these guys are fine where they are for now. There's only one plane on the fleet, so it's not a problem. Even get slightly more bold. Pushing a little bit. So 19 units there, no problem. I'll actually put this guy back here. Yeah. So building artillery in Western United States because we need to obviously send them up at some point to flush this out. I'm not sure if he'll stay here because it's going to be difficult to stay there, but he may. So I've got to just try and push it out quickly if I can. All right, that looks good. These guys can just. I'm not sure what to do with these transports. I guess coming this way makes sense because we've got a big load that we can eventually move around and probably try and take a Y at some point. So we'll put them this way. We've got a few transports around here we can still ship in from Eastern United States. Alright, that's good. Let's go with that. So artillery, rest infantry, so 14 there. That's above 95% to hold. 10 here, that's enough to kill everything else. 2. Should have left something here, that's a mistake. Good. Okay, so have a look at them. End of round 19. 535, 322, and yeah, very healthy US economy. So Russia. I think to be honest, we just build purely artillery from here on out just to match these numbers to make the Russian stack a little bit more formidable. I think would be a good idea. Nothing else to do. Cool. So back to Germany.